What's going on, y'all? I'm getting ready to leave the house to go to work, but I wanted to talk about one thing. Now, don't get it twisted. Like, I love CrossFit. I love training. I don't believe in doing anything half-assed. Like, if you're gonna do it, go all out. But I wanted to make a video just to let people know, like, don't make this your whole life. Um, and I'll just share, like, from my experience, like, this past year, going into 2015, 2015 season, preparing for 2015 regionals, going through the open and all of that, like, training all up into that. um, you couldn't have told me that I wasn't going to qualify in the top 20 for the super regional and go to Atlanta for an opportunity to see where I stacked up with the best in the Mid-Atlantic and the South region. And that's for an opportunity to go to the games. By all counts, I thought I was going to be in Atlanta. You couldn't have told me otherwise. I mean, I'm not a cocky guy. I wasn't going around talking about that. Like, if you would have told me that, yeah, there's no way that you're going to Atlanta, I would have respected your opinion on the subject. But inside my head, I would have just been like, look, I've put in way too much work for this not to happen for me. I mean, from getting up before work, going to the gym 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, getting half of my training done, then going after work and getting the rest done. I put in a lot of time, you know what I mean? And I got a lot better from my first year to last year, which was my second season, but it was a little bit over. I started in November before the 2014 Open, and then last year. So I mean, it was my second Open, however long it was. But what happened to me was, it was a good thing that happened to me. I mean, my girlfriend was pregnant. My girlfriend, Chanel, was pregnant, and my son actually was born the day, the first day of the Open, the night that Castro announced the 15.1. My son was actually born that morning. So the Open, really, it was an uphill. It would have been an uphill battle for me, but the reason I'm saying not to make this your whole life is because and learn from my mistakes, like, cause I learned from them after seeing how I was, reflecting on how I was in the Open. Like, I really wasn't realizing, didn't fully grasp the blessings that I had in my life because I was so focused on CrossFit. Like, I wasn't getting a lot of rest because, I mean, of course, because my son was just born and I was taking care of that, with him and Chanel being in the hospital. And then once we brought him home, he was a newborn baby. So, I mean, and by no means was I negating my duties as a father. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, while I was taking care of my duties as a father, I was always thinking about CrossFit and wasn't fully immersing myself in being a first-time father. And that was wrong, because when the Open was over, I I finished at 40th place, in the Mid Atlantic region, which wasn't good enough to qualify to go to the Super Regional, and it crushed me. Yeah, it really did. Like, I was thankful to have a son, but more than I was thankful to have a son, I was crushed by the fact that I wasn't going to Atlanta for the Super Regional, and, like, it really bothered me. Like, it really prevented me from fully enjoying my son for a period of time. I mean, I was always playing with them and things like that. I mean, I'm a happy guy, so, but when my girlfriend who lives with me, she could tell it wasn't the same. And it really did. Like, once 15.5 was done and I realized I wasn't going to Atlanta, I had immersed myself so much in CrossFit that it really crushed my life. I was semi depressed, not even semi depressed. I was depressed, because I wasn't going to Atlanta, and I feel like you should never put this up on a pedestal that high to where this is gonna crush you in normal life, because we have so much to be thankful for. Just being alive, just being able to wake up each day is a blessing. So, I mean, count your blessings, man. Like, and you only get one life. So, I mean, don't don't put CrossFit up so high that you forget about the things that are more important. And that's what I try to do now. I mean, I try to realize, like, okay, I got to get my training in, and I'm training hard. Like, I don't train any less because I train any less intense because I have a son, but I also put CrossFit in its proper perspective. Like, I'm a father first. You know what I mean? I'm a father first. I'm a boyfriend first. So my family comes first, and I will I will never allow a disappointment in the sport of CrossFit to crush me to the point that when I come home, that it takes me a minute to, or not even a minute, I never fully engage in home activities because I'm always thinking about the disappointments that I've had in CrossFit. Like it caused arguments. I was just always agitated because I felt like I should have been there, and that's not right. My son, he didn't ask to be here. He didn't ask to be here. He needs a father that's gonna be there fully. You know what I mean? Not worrying about things that's going on in the gym. He needs a father that's gonna leave the gym at the gym, and when he's home, be fully immersed with him. And I can honestly say, like, I would, like, right after that, I wasn't having fun training, and it really I prayed on it, and it really came to me like, look, man, you really put this up so high. Like, at this point, you really just need to come get back to the basics. Like, as far as why do you love this? You know what I mean? You need to start having fun training again, and you need to have your life in the proper perspective. The things that are most important need to stay the most important, and CrossFit, it needs to fall in where it falls in its proper place. But CrossFit is not what makes me Chris Killian. You know what I mean? And I thank God for the disappointment of this past season, because it took for me to realize that. Because let's just say that I did make the Atlantic Regional. You know what I mean? My rationalization for making it, I would have been like, I got to make it the forefront of my life. Like, and going forward, it would have really damaged my family relationship here at home. So I don't want to go on too much of a rant, but I just wanted to, I thought that was something I needed to talk about, because I see it in a lot of other people, not just me. And I've talked to other people about it, and I openly tell them about my situation. But, this is this is a new season, my journey towards 2016. And I'm a work in progress, but I made a promise to myself, and I made a promise to my girlfriend Chanel and to my son CJ, that I wouldn't put that much pressure on myself, one, to where, like, if I don't make it, I'm not good enough. Because I was embarrassed to even come train. Like, it's funny thinking about it now. I was embarrassed to even come train. Like, yo, you didn't make it, like, you suck. You know what I'm saying? You were in 40th place in the Mid-Atlantic region. You suck. Like, how dare you? You might as well give it up. You know what I mean? I was embarrassed to post on social media anymore, like, my training. You know what I mean? So I was really a mess. Like, as far as where I put CrossFit, how much more important I made it than it should have been. And I just felt like I needed to make this video, because I know there's somebody out there that's going along the same path that I was going on last year. And I'll just say, man, have fun with your training, enjoy your friends and your family, man. And ultimately, that's what's going to make you better in training anyway, because when you leave the gym, you leave the gym at the gym. So when you come in, you can fully be focused on the gym, and your mind's not cluttered. You know what I mean? You get that release once you leave the gym. The gym's not going with you 24/7. So that's my piece on that, man. And y'all stay up, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.